Mighty Parts.
Later.
How's it?
I'm well, my man. I'm well. You can see the smile. You can see the smile on my face.
You've got a smile showing 5 fingers.
5 fingers.
With no worry.
Yeah.
Anyway, after Mofokeng, we go without Shane Namhlanje. He is going to watch Enemies. I think he should come back with a bottle when he comes back, because his first priority is supposed to be this show instead of going to watch Kaizer Chiefs lose against Cape Town City. Anyway, I am with my... Yeah, I must be fine for sure. I am with my friend Nelson Bitswalo. We'll be going through this journey, analyzing the game yesterday against Sekhukhune. A game that I was very scared of. A game that I did not really personally care if we won or lost, because, like I said, I am just too focused on the league. But after seeing yesterday's performance, I'm not sure that that is what I want. I think I like this momentum that we're going under. So Nelson, my friend, welcome to the show. It's going to be a very short one, because I'm going to be asking the questions and you're going to be giving the answers today.
No. We must have a conversation. It can't be an interview,
It's fine. If you want to ask me something about my thoughts on the game, you can go on. But what were your thoughts on the game yesterday, whereby Orlando Pirates won 5-0 in the MTN 8 quarterfinal? Wafa.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mbeshe, for this opportunity. Yeah, what a great game, man. What a great game we had yesterday, scoring 5 goals against a very good side in Sekhukhune. You know, these guys are known to have, qualities in terms of their defense, and us tearing their defense apart like that, scoring 5 goals against such a quality side, it actually says something about us going forward in terms of our attack systems, in terms of the systems that we're putting in place. I think the future looks too bright, and even if you check our bench and our injury room, you can see that the likes of Lodges are not there, Kapingas, Kimvuidis, Utladisas are not there, but we're still able to perform at such a high intensity and at such a high level. I was very, very, very pleased with the performance yesterday. I think this means that we are actually we're going to defend our title. We're going to defend the MTN 8. It's going to make me very happy. I know that you said that you're not focused on the cups, and I was very surprised yesterday celebrating. I'm like, why is this guy celebrating? Because I said that he doesn't care about the MTN 8.
No, I think a part of me was scared of Sekhukhune. I don't want to lie. Because of how organized they are, I felt that they were going to be our first real test. And I felt that they were our first real test. It's just that on the day, the packed stadium, it just was meant to be that we got a display that was like that. For me, the game, it was a bit cagey in the first 15 minutes, but we looked to build up with a 2-4-3-1 shape, whereby I think we wanted to sort of match or outnumber them in those offensive areas whereby we have 4 players. But then it was a bit cagey. It was not coming along. And that was what I was expecting Sekhukhune to give us anyway. So, but we're trying. We kept pushing the ball sideways, looking for the sides whereby we would get an overload. And eventually, it came from the right hand side, whereby Saleng was beginning to find Umaswangai diagonally on the angles, and
Sure.
the goal came from that. And from the
Mm.
goal, I think we dominated the game throughout.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, we we're supposed to we're supposed to go to the halftime at least, I think, 2-0 up
Yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah.
header that hit the post from Lepasa
From the passes.
after that sublime skill from Mofokeng. That was
Ah,
I am still taking that bit of skill in. That boy is football. There's nothing more I can say about him. He is
yeah,
football.
yeah, yeah.
To be able to have the presence of mind to sit down a movie like that, to chest wrap it and to place it with the goalkeeper approaching him, the thought process and the easiness to just do that in front of a packed stadium. I was in awe of that more than the chance that Lipasa missed, because I had my
Mm.
hands on my head, like saying that, my goodness, what have we just witnessed here? Are we witnessing greatness? What is this boy? I don't know, man. I don't know about this boy.
Yo,
So
yeah, brother,
I,
boy.
I, I I had those thoughts about the game. We fully deserved to win by the margin that we won with.
Definitely.
I think we would have won by more. So,
Yeah, and
yeah,
yeah,
you
just
wanted to
wanted
add
to add
something.
that the combination of Saleng and Maswanganyi also, Brayo.
It's too much.
My brother, and I think you know what actually makes me happy is that Saleng last season carried the team. You know what I mean? Saleng carried the team alone last season with the likes of Lodge and Pules and the rest of the guys injured. So he was literally carrying the team last season. But this season, you can see that the load is off his back because he has other players around him that can actually do the magic. If, for instance, is tightly marked last season, if you check some games that we played last season when he was tightly marked, other players couldn't come forward and actually carry the team. But this season, I think even if he's marked out of the game, the other guys around him, the young Mofokeng, Maswanganyi can also do the work. So I was really, really glad to see that at least now we have a team that can actually carry each other on their backs and carry the team going forward. The combination of Saleng and Maswanganyi yesterday, bro, was just sublime. It was just something else. And the young Mufukeng, what with Mufukeng, it's a bit of a sensitive topic for me because I still want to protect this gem that we have. I don't want to
Leave,
say a lot about
leave the
him
boy. Leave the boy.
as
Uh,
yet
I, I've,
because yeah,
I've, I've seen enough for Dr. Koza to unretire the number 10 jersey and just place it on the board before he leaves that particular season. I've totally seen enough. I am satisfied
it's
with him. But
it's still
I
too
want to
early,
come
bro.
back with
It's
nah.
still
But
too early, bro.
I want to come back to Saleng. Last season, as much as he carried the side, a part of me, I was never really I was impressed with his goal scoring prowess and how composed he is in terms of finishing. But I was not impressed with his overall play, or in terms of, I thought it was too one dimensional for me, which is why
Mm.
I thought he had poor debuts in the debuts that we lost. And the one that we won, I don't think he was influential except the assist that he made
Yeah, in that band semis.
in the Netflix semi. But there seems to be a change. He's able to connect. He's able to play short. I'm seeing an improvement in his game.
Sure,
What do you think from your side? Do you also see that, or do you think that
exactly.
he hasn't shown that side to you yet?
Yes, yes. Even now, his passing, his in between the line passing, his shot, his movements around the ball now is he has greatly improved. Now he's more of a he's becoming a ball player right now. Last season, he was one
Yes.
dimensional in that he would just use his pace more than him actually relying on his technical ability. But I think his technical ability has greatly improved now. I think Coach Rivero must actually be applauded for working on him. You can see that this guy is actually well coached now. and the coaches are actually doing a great job on him. So now the short passing movements, his technical ability right now has greatly improved. Great observance there, Mr. Mpele.
So, can you give me four players which for me all of the players really played well yesterday. But can you give me four that stood out for you, and perhaps just give a bit more on two of them as to why you think that they were just head and shoulders above the rest that were in the pitch?
Okay, this time around, I'll start with Lepasa. Ne? I'm not really a big fan of the guy. Remember, even
Mm,
the last episode, I said I'm still to be impressed by him, but he really impressed me this time around with scoring a hat trick. And I think in his post match interview, he said that this is probably the best team that he's played with, and in terms of the
mm.
quality that is around him, and the fact that he's at the finishing line of it, actually is what he's looking forward to this season. I think he impressed me yesterday. His timing, he timed his runs into the box, his positioning in
Mm.
the box. I mean, usually he would just rely on his working hard abilities to press hard. But yesterday, his timing in around the box, and he played well. He really impressed me yesterday. So, in terms of rating, I'd probably give him a 9. He was probably the best player on the pitch yesterday. I think he
A
also
nine
became a
for
bit
a hat trick,
complacent.
not 10,
Eh?
not 10 for a hat trick.
No, it can't be a 10. Why? How did he miss that penalty, bro? Like, do you see his posture?
Oh, you banking on the you banking.
I could have given him a
Yeah,
straight
hey.
10. I could have given him a straight 10, but I think he became a bit complacent there. He became a bit comfortable. Even his posture before he took the penalty. I think he must just work on that. I think his overconfidence is what is going to kill
Mm.
him. I think he must just stay level headed. He's a good player. I think he's a player that will actually carry us in terms of those goals in the finishing line. But I think he needs to stay level-headed. He needs to stay level-headed.
Mm.
He needs to stay humble. But yeah, he had a great game yesterday. Also, Ndlondo, man. Ndlondo, this season is just something else, eh? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the coaches did on this guy. This guy is just something else this year, bro. Like, his passing has greatly improved in between the lines, his technical ability, and his decision making this season just seems to, I don't know, like this guy has greatly improved this season. So I think Ndlondo would be one player that stood out for me yesterday, and also Marco, on the left back. Marco was just something else as even yesterday. The last time we played Sekhukhune, the wingers were actually giving him a horrible time. Him and Tim were struggling in the last game, but yesterday he had a great game. Yeah, in terms of rating, I'd probably give him a 7.5. Yeah, and the last player.
Before before
mm,
before moving to the before moving to the last player, because Marco was part of the points that I wanted to speak about. But what did you think of his first half? First of all, uh, how was he in position? Because I found that he struggles when he is being pressed, and he takes more touches than he possibly needs at times when he is, because he scans when he's receiving a pass and he sees that someone is breathing down his neck. And I think it happened
mm,
on a couple of occasions that he was not very good technically to progress us forward whenever there was pressure towards him. What did you think of that particular side of things? And also him causing the penalty, because I had to watch it again and I agree that that was the penalty. Do you feel that it was necessary for him to make that tackle? As I feel that the player was moving already
mm,
sideways, and perhaps that was not a challenge that was needed, especially at 1-0, because if they had scored, it could
yeah.
have changed the complexion of the game.
Yeah, definitely. The penalty could have actually cost us. It could have probably brought Sekhukhune back into the game. So yeah, I think he didn't have the greatest of first halves, especially the first
Mm,
25 minutes of the game. Yeah,
mm,
I think
mm,
he looked a bit offish in the first 25
mm.
minutes of the game, but he actually recovered well in the second half.
Yes.
So I wouldn't, because this is one player that always gives his all. I think I'm more focused on the fact that the guy is a hard worker more than his technical ability. Sometimes his hard work overcompensates his maybe probably lack of technical abilities at some instances. But I think the fact that he continues to work hard, he puts his all. I mean, when he loses the ball, he tracks back. I think that he will always stand out for me as that guy that always works hard. But first 25 minutes of the game, yeah, he was offish, but I think he was being pressed. I think that was the or tactical approach from Sekhukhune to overload his side, the right side, him being on the left side. So I think that was the technical approach from Sekhukhune side to overload that side. But he recovered well in the second half. In the second half, he had a brilliant game. So, yeah, with that penalty, first instance, when you watch it, you think he actually played the ball, but when you look at it, you could see that he played the man. So, yeah, but I think overall, even though he committed that penalty, he had a brilliant game. So I think he stood out for me as well.
Yeah.
You didn't really
You,
feel the
you,
guy
you,
yesterday,
you
then?
you had you, you had one player before I come into my four which impressed me. I'm surprised you don't have this particular player. Maybe it could be your last one.
I'm biased I'm biased towards Maswanganye, but I will not mention him this time around.
Eh,
I'll
who,
give
so
I'll give it to
who,
Monare. I'll give it to Monare.
yes, I was gonna be disappointed if you didn't. I was gonna be disappointed if you didn't mention Tabang Monare
I will give it
about
to Tabang
yesterday's
Monare.
performance. But let me give you the floor. Let me give you a minute just to summarize what you thought of him yesterday.
Man, I don't know. Like, I don't see this. I don't know this Tabang Monare. Hey? I think the last time this Tabang Monare played, was when he was still playing for Vets. The time they scored 3 goals. I think MTN 8 final of against Sundowns where they won 3-0. I think that was probably his best game of his entire life. Yesterday also, bro. This guy just it's like he's aging or he's a fine wine. He's getting better and better and better and better and better and better with each season come passing by. He had a brilliant day yesterday. His passing was spot on. He protected the back four with great hard work, and he was just brilliant yesterday. I've never seen him playing the past 2 games. I don't know how the coaching in terms of what they told him. I think maybe they promised him that what you're going to renew your contract for 2 more seasons because the way this guy is playing, bro. I don't know. What did you make of him?
Yeah, for me, it took me up on my chair, man. When especially the second half, the interceptions that he was doing and driving, I was going like dash, dash, dash. I have no words to explain this, but he was my man of the match. He was,
Mm,
and I was with my cousin and a friend of mine watching the game, and all three of us thought that he was our man of the match yesterday. As
mm,
that second half, after that penalty miss by Sekhukhune, he just raised his hands.
sure.
He went to another level for me. I felt that from there on, he was the best player on the
Mm,
pitch. And I think, barring Lepasa scoring a hat trick, I would have given it to him. He
definitely,
was my man of the match. His
definitely.
awareness, interception, how he and Zonzo dominated and made Mukoto not to have an effect in the
Sure.
game. Mukoto and Weber are ballers, by the way. How they
Yeah.
were made to be ineffective in that particular game and dominated is something that is solely up to both Udesh. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
not Zonzo. Because I thought they would have a problem. I don't want to
Dominating
lie.
Mokocha, bro. Mokocha is probably the best central midfielder in the country by far, but dominating that guy.
I don't want to lie. He had turns, he had drive, he had interception, he had everything. When he had the ball, you didn't think that this was a central defensive midfielder. He was just
And if you check, there isn't even a single ball that he played back. All his balls were being passed forward,
excellent.
bro. Like,
Is is Saleng. I am impressed with
Are you still there, Mpehle?
just a great performance from him and Maswangani, who is my third player. Maswangani made the first goal. He fought. Untiantia made a horrible error. Lepasa, he's proving me wrong again. Zakeli is proving me wrong again. He has, as long as he scores the goal, he keeps me quiet. Score the goals, you keep me quiet. So that when, even if you do not score the goals in a certain match, supporters will know that, nah, it's just an off day for you. You are always found in the positions that we need the number nine. And you are making shots on target and you are scoring these goals. So kudos to him. Amazing performance. Those are my four players. Just to close, man, to Sekhukhune, do you think we were too good or they were just horrible on the day?
I think we were too good. I think we have finally found. Hello?
Yeah. Yes, I'm
saying
here.
that we were too good. I think we have found our combinations going forward. And also, if, as I said at the beginning, we still have other players out injured and with almost similar quality. But I think going forward, this is the top front four in Lepasa, Mofokeng, Saleng, and Maswanganyi that we must continue going forward, even in the league, until one of them probably gets injured, until one of them maybe probably gets suspended, and then we can reintegrate the rest of the team that is currently out injured. But I think going forward, this is the team that will win us cups. The synergy in the team, the working hard together, the defending as a team. I think this is a team that we haven't had such a team in the past. I think maybe 8 or 10 years. I think the last time we played at this high intensity at this level was when Mitchell was still at helm. But I think there is no team that can actually be able to defend against this current team that we have. So I was really impressed. We were just too good for Sekhukhune. I don't think they were really that horrible. They are a good side defensively. They are compact. They are organized. But I don't think there is a team this season that can be able to defend against this guy. So, yeah, kudos to the boys. And you?
Yeah. Yeah, look, to close it, I also think we're too good for them. They're not a bad side. It was just the occasion, like I said at the beginning of this show, that the occasion, the amount of people that were there, the growth, to witness that type of football, it was just meant to be that yesterday was the day that we got that long overdue performance whereby after a long week of people working, they go to Orlando Stadium to be entertained, and entertainment is what they got yesterday. So Sekhukhune were the unfortunate people to get that beating. We're just too good. Our transitions, every time we intercepted the ball and went on a counter attack, it seemed like we're gonna score. It seemed like that from the Royal AM game that on transitions we are too much. We are too much. There's runners that come out of nowhere, and there's so many options. And it seems that there's a lot of players in the box, whether he cuts it to a 45 or he plays a straight square ball, it will meet a player that belongs to us. So they were not bad. They're not a bad team. But it's just that yesterday, ezimnyama bezivukile, ezimnyama bezivukile, ezimnyama ngenkani, andiyazi. That was the Paris that I grew up supporting, that my father put me into, that I saw yesterday. That was the Pirates of Micho in terms of intensity as well. So long may it continue. There's a synergy, like you're saying, with the players up front. And also, I was glad for the clean sheet. I was very glad for the clean sheet.
Definitely.
It's something that we need confidence-wise moving forward. And also, one thing that is not mentioned enough is that a 2-0 or 3-0 would have been playing tricks if it was the Pirates of 2016 or whatever. But
Yeah.
the ability to have that killer punch to go for more goals and more
To go
goals
for
to
mobiles,
kill the opponent
yes.
was something that was satisfying for me because I am not I am not into Kasi football in a professional league space. I am into football efficiency, and when a team is down, we need to
Mm.
kill the team. So that was me, and brilliant. I cannot say anymore. I cannot say anymore.
Yeah. So,
I
so
cannot say
in
anymore.
terms of the quality that we still have on the bench and in the dressing out injured, so we still have a lot. We still have a Kapinga, we still have a Kumfuidi, we still have a Utladisa, we still have a Dlamini. Do you think they will fit into the current system that we have and that the type of intensity that we currently have?
Look, Lodge will, but my concern about Lodge is he doesn't play. He doesn't play a lot. And someone on Twitter mentioned that it's useless to build this team around him because he is still our best player. But it's useless to build the team around him because he's not there. And this team has proven that it can play without him. But I still think he has a place in the Paris team. The one person I'm fearing for is KP Dlamini because he slots into where Maswangani is. I'm very afraid for him.
Yeah.
Uh, he had a good end towards last season, but I must say I'm very, very afraid for KP Dlamini in terms of where he will uh, he will fit in. With regards to Kapinga, he needs to add his 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 work of the ball needs to improve, and that was one of his downsides at Sundowns. If that doesn't improve still, then he might have a problem. But in terms of creativity, he might have a place in this team. You
Mm.
understand? Kamvuiti has a place in this team for me. With the coaching that he's gonna get, he's an expert. He's a massive talent. I vouched for him in January already. He is a massive talent. I'm excited for him. There's also Azona Matrose, massive talent as well. It's too much. It's too much for
It's
me.
too much, man. It's too much.
The one person the one person I'm fearing for before I close is Makaringe. He came in when the score was 4-0 and he didn't look to affect the game, man. He didn't look to get
Mm.
involved. His touches were wayward. So I just don't know. I see a bleak future for him at the football club.
Yeah.
So what are your last words before we close this episode? You see, with Ngange, we make time. With Ngange, we stretch this episode.
Uh, to my Buccaneers, I think we are going to defend our MTN 8. We should. We should. We're going to defend our MTN 8. We're going to continue with the form that we have shown in the last two games in the league as well against Chipa United. Chipa is going to also catch hands, my brother. I'm telling you, Chipa is going to catch hands. He's going to catch Sria's hands. So I think I'm excited. I don't remember the last time I was this excited to watching Pirates games. But yeah, this season, I think we are in for a treat. We are definitely going to compete in all fronts. You know, in as much as the league is a priority, I think we have a team to compete in all fronts, in all the cups that we're going to be playing this season. So to my Buccaneers, we have a team. We seriously have a team this season that is going to compete in all fronts. Your last parting words?
Yeah, in closing for me, I this game is gone. We've got cheaper. Let's go and be cheaper, and then we can go to Africa. Let's consolidate that league and get these points. Like I said, I want ideally 10 points after 5 games for me with Sufi because we really have to go for the league. Amapapania, Asepai, please go and fill up Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. The team is playing enterprising football. There is no excuse for us not to go
There's
and
no
support the
excuse.
team when it plays like this.
Definitely.
Please
Definitely.
go and support the team. To the team, let's go there and put in the maximum effort and come back with the 3 points. And then we go on our journey, Africa, over the weekend. Yeah, that's it for me. It's still legal. But I accept the cards if they come. But it's still legal debt for me. Daniel will be back to host. Please also in the comment section say that you prefer me or him. I think I'm slightly better than him. I try to do my best. Please subscribe and follow us. Yeah, I have to believe in myself. I have to believe in myself. Please subscribe and follow us and give comments so that we can grow as a page. Thank you.
Sure.
Up the bugs.
Up the bugs. Great show, man.
Sure.